eyes in front of him.
I smell a movie.
Yeah, I smell it.
I don't even think we need the title of the movie. Let's use that.
Okay, so
All right, we need a title of the movie.
Freddy starts his fish stick factory.
Wait, who? Ready? What?
Freddy starts his fish stick factory. All right, ready?
Okay.
All right.
Ever since Freddy was a kid, he had big dreams. He had dreamt about it ever since he popped out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Start over. Pop out of his mouth. Start over.
So you can't stutter, you can't pause, right? And you can't, you know,
help you with
it can't be a disjointed story.
you before I can.
Are we staying with the same one? Ready?
No, we want a new story.
New story?
Tom and Linda go to Chuck E. Cheese.
All right.
Wait, Tom and Linda?
Tom and Linda go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
It was a dark, stormy night, and Linda was worried about driving to Chuck E. Cheese because she knew how her husband drove. He was already a maniac at the wheel, even in the summer with the beautiful lights and the sun and the trees and the birds singing, but this was a dark, stormy
night. But she knew that they were going to have to go to Chuck E. Cheese sooner or later. Their son's birthday was coming up in 2 weeks, and they hadn't made the reservations yet. So storm be damned, they were going to get in the car. They set out up the highway, Highway 78.
Tom was driving like a maniac. The thunder and lightning were coming down unmercifully. Linda then yelled at Tom. Tom swerved. Off the road, their car careened into a chasm. Boom! A huge fiery crash.
Linda woke up all stunned. She was bleeding. She was bleeding. She was bleeding out of her mouth and her hands. Dom lay next to her. He was also bleeding out of his mouth
and his hands. They had both rolled out of the car, the voice of Chuck E. Cheese, the smell of pizza lingering in their ears. There at the bottom of the chasm, the biggest Chuck E. Cheese they'd ever seen. They crawled out from the car.
Die. They're already out of the car.
That was good.
Oh, they were
No,
already out of the
they
car.
crawled out of the.
No, they're already out of the car.
They were already out of the car.
Okay, so where do you-
Climb up there, Don.
They crawled out from the
rock.
Somebody needs that.
They crawled out from on top of each other. She looked at him lovingly, knowing that he had a drinking problem. And with the storm, and with his drinking, and then thank God she was like,
Oh, I don't know what to do with this drinking problem. She just had to completely keep thinking about the drinking problem. She nagged him
and bit off his head and said, "Did you have to have the vodka before we went out to Chuck E. Cheese? Are you insane?"
yes, you're insane. I don't even need to ask you anymore, she said.
And then he said, why don't you go to hell? Because I am insane.
I'm going down to that Chuck E. Cheese and I'm going to make a reservation. I bet they've got beer and vodka.
And wine. Oh my God, I'm going to need wine too after this night.
Because if I don't have some wine right now, I tell you right now, I'm going to smack you upside the head.
And Linda said, you do realize Chuck E. Cheese is a children's pizza place. They don't have alcohol.
But in the meantime, she realized
Herself was the only one there, for he
Had disappeared and she realized she didn't have a son.
but had a daughter. And that
Daughter didn't even want to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
because she wanted to have pasta and pizza and lots of pizza. But the only pizza that was available that night was the one at Cece's.
CC's, the Chuck E. Cheese that she knew her daughter didn't want to go to.
And
Sorry. Okay.
If the audience doesn't like it,
Yep. I was just picking back up on.
and she also knew that
the only way she could ever see
that she could do the
Die!